My name is Chad Martens, and this is a tour of the progress I've made in my ETAD 873 project. In contrast to the many projects I have seen, the one that I've chosen is quite narrow in focus and specific to a situation that I have encountered. Therefore, the context is complicated, but important for me to understand if I want to solve the challenge facing the client. The situational context is driven by an increase in the class size in a shop environment and the instructor's desire for students to be able to progress at the speed that best suits them themselves. In this case, it's a high school mechanical and automotive level class that places an emphasis on both hands-on objectives and system understanding objectives. These challenges led the instructor to the adoption of a blended autonomous learning environment where students get instruction primarily via video, and the role of the teacher in the class time is largely as a formative assessor and shop manager, and safety advisor, Band-Aid, putter-oner, and all those other things that a shop teacher does. Through the years, two types of videos were created to facilitate these changes. You have practical how-to-do-it videos for the practical hands-on part of the class.
This is Mech 05 center jack operational description. After you have the vehicle in the air on the 4-post hoist, you're going to position the center jack.
And you have the theoretical how it works videos so that students can understand how the things they're working on actually work so they can learn how to diagnose a problem properly.
That's always going to equal a drop in pressure. That drop in pressure is called Bernoulli's principle.
Really? You did it again. Bernoulli's principle? Like Bernoulli's principle. Who the heck is Bernoulli? Why do I care? Let me show you something. The challenge in this case is to find the most effective ways to enhance the how it works videos that are already being used with formative assessment tools that allow deeper understanding in a more autonomous learning context. The goal is intentionally practical in that the students will be able to diagnose a problem that a customer has encountered in their car. As stated earlier, the design challenges are quite specific. Number one, the student-teacher interaction time is very limited due to an increase in class sizes that have occurred over the last 2 decades. Number two, the autonomous blended classroom learning context in which students are encouraged to chart their own path of the topics they would like to learn. Number three, new vocabulary is introduced, and the concepts and principles are complex and hard for students to initially understand. And finally, the materials all need to work within a Google environment, as that is the client's current situation. I had several theoretical influences that directed my design processes. I discovered Merrill's first principles of instruction in my ETAD 802 class and made a quick connection to the idea of his focus on real-life, problem-based learning as an overarching focus for the entire learning experience. This fit well with the client, as he had experience working as an automotive service technician and had many real-life situations to draw from. As with many teachers over the last 50 years, Bloom's taxonomy fit very nicely into the pursuit of the goals set before me in this project. I found that the students' growth in understanding of the concepts and ideas fit very neatly into the pyramid of Bloom's taxonomy. The prototype that I will include involves the fuel system found in a small powered equipment 4-stroke engine. The videos have already been created by the client, and my prototype will use these videos and implement formative assessment into them using a program called PlayPosit. This program has its limitations, but works effectively in a Google Classroom environment. Well, that's the tour. Hope you learned something, and I hope to learn something from you. Thanks.